I would like to thank Jennifer and Todd for asking me to speak and making this presentation possible. I am honored to have the opportunity to tell my story, and I wish I could be there with all of you today. I have always been competitive and involved in sports, but 6 years ago I noticed some changes were happening to my body. It wasn't working the same. All of a sudden my left arm was not swinging, my walking was different, and I wasn't sure what was happening. My brother, who is also my coach, would say kick when I was riding, and my left leg just hung there. I thought maybe I had a pinched nerve, so I went to the doctor. I had many appointments, lots of testing, and they still found nothing. Then one day I was at a horse show, and I asked a friend of mine who was a naturopath if he had any clients who had lost their strength on the left side, and he goes, "No, who?" And I said, "Me." He thought about it for a minute, and he said, "You need to go to a specialist. It's either autoimmune or neurological." As it turns out, he was correct. Within a month, I was off to Saskatchewan to see a specialist, and after the testing, I was told that I had Parkinson's and there was no cure. So from the start of me noticing my symptoms and getting a diagnosis, it was 2 years. I was in shock. What did that mean, and how was this going to affect my future? I received no information about Parkinson's, so when I got home, I started researching online and found out that there was a Parkinson Society in Saskatchewan. It took me a couple months to get the nerve and courage to call. Then one day I called, and this wonderful young man answered the phone. His name was Travis Lowe. Travis was so understanding, knowledgeable, and passionate. He had a way of making me feel better about what I was facing. And even more amazing was that I knew his aunt and uncle and rode with his cousin Carly. Wow, what a small world. After visiting with Travis on the phone, about a week later, my husband and I went to Saskatoon to the Parkinson Society, and we had a chance to meet everyone and get information that I needed. Jennifer put me in touch with this wonderful lady named Nancy Kelly, someone who has Parkinson's that I could talk to and could relate to. Thank you to Nancy. You're amazing and helped me so much, especially during a time when I was feeling a bit lost. My beautiful daughter Dominique started a support group in Prince Albert to help me. Now we have about 14 people attending regularly the meetings, and everyone gets to appreciate what Dominique does for all of us. With all of this happening in my life, Dominique encouraged me to join the World Para-Reining Organization for Riders with Disabilities. This has opened new doors for me and has given me the opportunity to compete at an international level. Joining para-reining was difficult for me. Why was it difficult? It was finally me accepting I had Parkinson's. It was me telling my fellow friends, family, and competitors that I had Parkinson's. It was emotional, it was scary, and it was one of the best decisions I've ever made. Para-reining can be more about the mental stability than high-level competitive demands. The bond between a rider and a horse is undeniably strong. And it is multiplied greatly when a rider with life-altering impairments suddenly find the strength, courage, and partnership in a horse to achieve greatness in sport. On the back of a horse, you feel alive, like there's no disability, like you can do anything. My favorite thing is riding my horse, Joe Hot Rodder. I like to say that Joe is my dopamine fix. He makes me feel good and he makes me very happy. I ride all year long, and my doctor says do not stop riding. It is always working on your balance and forces you to use your left leg. In 2016, I qualified to be on Team Canada and went to the World Para-Reining International Championships in Oklahoma City. We drove there and spent 2 weeks traveling, competing, and riding. We captured the team silver medal for Team Canada, and it was a very proud moment for me. Last year, the Worlds were held in Ermelo, Netherlands in July, and they were definitely a challenge for me. Not only did I have to qualify, but I also had to find a horse to show there as well. Luckily, I found an amazing horse named Jack's Golden Freckles to borrow. He was owned by a very giving woman named Nicole Finkler from Germany. I had to learn to ride him in only 3 days before the competition, and these days were filled with frustration. It was not easy. Due to the Parkinson's of my left leg not working properly and balance issues, it led to difficulties with Jack. He didn't understand the cues that I was trying to give him, but with the help from my coach and Nicole, it was a lot of determination. We were able to come together as a team. In the team event, I was the anchor rider along with teammate Lauren Barwick, and we rode to victory, winning gold for Team Canada. It was a very emotional experience, and I am very proud and honored to be on Team Canada with such an accomplished rider. Lauren is a Paralympian gold medalist and in the Para Hall of Fame. 2 days later, the individual event competition was held. This day was not easy as I ended up having a reaction with my medication and was very ill. I wasn't even sure if I was going to be able to ride. But minutes before we had to go in, I had the encouragement and pep talk from Dominique to get on Jack and go for it. Well, we went for it. Jack and I ended up winning our second gold medal, and we won the High Score Rider Award. It was crazy. I was on the podium hearing "Oh Canada" once again. Emotional, yes. After Worlds, I was named Athlete of the Month for July by SAS Sport and was nominated by Sask Horse Federation. Then last October, unknown to me, Dominique nominated me for Female Athlete of the Year. And the Kinsman Club, the Prince Albert Raiders, and the Jim Patterson Broadcast Group selected me as Female Athlete of the Year for 2017. Then in February this year, I was informed that I was named Reigner of the Year for 2017 by Reigning Canada. I was surprised and speechless. It's not always easy seeing the positive in a negative situation, but today I can stand here and say Parkinson's has helped me to be successful in reigning. I've achieved where I never thought possible. For myself, I've found that for Parkinson's, movement and key exercise are key. Before being diagnosed, I never really followed a regular exercise program. Now I find without exercise, my symptoms worsen. I am very active riding 5 to 6 times a week, and when my horse Joe is on time off, I purchase another horse to ride so that I'm always able to continue doing it. I like to try different things to see how they will help me maintain my balance, my mobility, and my flexibility. So I've added walking with urban poles, doing yoga, riding a recumbent bike, which is in my living room, massage, and I've even tried boxing. I also see a natural path to complement the medicine and the vitamins that I take daily. The modifications I've made since being diagnosed with Parkinson's are: I sleep more, I go to sleep earlier, I change some of my eating habits to eat more healthy, and I drink more water. I've also had to change how I ride my horse, learning how to use cue words and finding new ways to adapt to make things easier and work. I still struggle daily with slowing down my schedule as I am currently still working. Often over times I overdo it and later pay the price. My symptoms get worse, I don't sleep well, and sometimes I get sick. I'm constantly reminded by my family to slow down and rest. And I'm working on their advice, but baby steps, right? I would like to say to all of you to find someone or some people you can help motivate and inspire you to do things with. Do I need help? Yes. Do I need motivation and inspiration? Yes. Do I get upset and have tears? Yes. Are there days I don't feel like doing anything? Yes. But that's what makes us human. It is the self-discipline to push through everything and keep going. Find your passion, something that makes you happy. I am someone who is very independent, never asking anyone for help. Now, Parkinson's has changed that. Don't give up. Keep moving forward. You don't know what you can achieve until you try it. Join a support group. Talk to others who have Parkinson's who can understand how you feel. It's finding common ground. Research. Learn as much as you can. Be willing to try different things and see what works for you. Have people to do things with. Stay active and persevere. Giving up is easy. Fighting is the hard part. Stepping outside of your comfort zone can open up new possibilities you never thought possible. For me, riding horses gives me the venue where I can meet new people, create new relationships, compete, motivate and inspire others to get involved. World Reining Association slogan is "Changed by chance, champions by choice." This really resonates with me as I feel it's something we all need to live by. Just because you have a disability doesn't mean you have to stop doing everything. I have come to realize through my continued involvement in horses and my diagnosis of Parkinson's that although my path has changed, I have good things to look forward to. I have many goals yet to achieve, and I look forward to pursuing them in years to come. This year, once again, I am part of Team Canada to go to the Worlds in September in North Carolina, USA. I believe it is important to inspire others to keep trying, have hope, and recognize that none of us gets there alone. I am so very grateful to have such a wonderful, loving, supportive family and friends to help me every step of the way. They pick me up when I fall down. These last 6 years has taught me so much about myself and life, and I realize I'm stronger than I thought. The thing that really hits home to me is that opening up yourself to others and sharing your struggles and experiences is not only helpful for me, but I believe it is also helpful for others too. In closing, I hope my story will inspire and motivate you all to keep pushing forward, to have hope, and believe one day there may be a cure. Thank you.